Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash, and double honor to the led to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American, and who consist of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Your Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who's the supreme power, and Yahweh Shai is the firstborn. Okay. His name is Yahweh Shai. So to call in those names, all right, and find out, all right, if you're of the elect, if you're and ultimately, that's the spirit. If you're the elect, okay, because the elect is going to be calling on the names at this time. You also have people that's calling the Lord's name sincerely in these rough times that come. Okay, so it's like let me Okay, so boom. Let me see. So this thing doesn't happen to me. Let me go ahead and put on my this side. So this thing doesn't happen. This side. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. It says the title of what the hell is Captain to talking about. Okay, what the hell is Captain T for most of the most of his time, being on pass through without being checked. And when it comes to these debates, you cannot be ignorant of anything small or great, because if they pass it, somebody else says something, you wasn't even done answering the first one, then that slid under the rug. Okay, and these people need to know that, hey, we will be in a tyrannical way, but in a righteous way. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna have to pull some def. So here we are. I want you to listen to this part right here, and I'm gonna be picking apart this debate. Okay, I'm gonna be picking it apart, so you're gonna see this other parts and topics and subjects that were brought up, and I just don't feel like they've been dealt with the right way. Okay, like I said in the last lesson, you have to shoot straight. Okay,
where it's not Proverbs says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked are in authority, the people
forgotten out of the management,
where it's painful, where it's slavery, etc., like that. Like when
see,
wicked on authority, the people
listen to what he's saying. Just do what Afro just spoke over everything to Zaria.
email, sell your god out of the management,
where it's painful, where it's slavery, etc., like that. Like what
you're gonna get messages from your agents
and
about
then
this?
there's a righteous way to rule where it's not tyrannical, it's not slavery. So y'all ruling.
What you mean? There's a righteous way to rule. That's not tyrannical. That's not slavery. What do you? This is why apostles and elders tell you. How about that?
Slavery, etc.
This is why they tell you to stay away from these fucking debates, because the more you get prone and comfortable, look at the food on the table. Diversions. At once, the main topic was not, answered or handled the correct way, and you left food on the table spiritually. Okay, your people sound answers either. Okay, the people that that of Yasharallah, and you know that's in Israel. Okay, they actually can hear it again, and then we're gonna get into it. All right.
rejoice. When the wicked
I
are in
can
authority,
I can
the people
hear it. It's like
mourn.
it's being sold
So
to me
there's
now.
an
Ding,
above
ding,
that can
ding.
bring about a
It's
There's
emails.
it's people that can bring a wicked nation that can bring
Sell your
about
tyrannical type
God.
of rule.
tyrannical type of rule. So that's what E did. Okay, E did bring on a tyrannical type of rule. Let's get a definition. Tyrannical rule refers to a government or legal cruel or oppressive manner. Okay, often disregarding the rights and freedoms of individuals. Right. Okay, I can prove that right now. Okay. Um, anyone who is, oh no, she how they try to. Sometimes other translations go off. He that leadeth in captivity. You say a tyrannical what did Captain Cesario say? Or oppressive manner. We're gonna have an oppressive manner. Okay, we're gonna have an oppressive manner because they are our slaves. They are ours. They belong to us. Okay, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay, so if they killed with the sword, they touched the anointed, then the Lord is gonna do them harm. Okay, and let me gotta get this. Uh, boom. So this is going to be an oppressive behavior. Okay, it's Psalms 137, verse 9. Psalm 137, verse 5. If I forget you, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget how to play the harp. Man, that's beautiful. May my tongue stick to the roof of my mouth. Oh Lord Yahweh, remember that what the Edomites did on the day of the armies of Babylon captured Jerusalem, destroyed. They yelled, level it to the ground. Oh, be us. It says in the scripture starts um I think that's I think it goes there be three things. Yep, there be God. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue to see the fall of his enemy. Okay, so when you go here, it says, okay, the one who takes your slacking. Verse 8, O Babylon, you will be destroyed. Happy is the one who pays you back for what you have done to us. So what all did they do? What did the the butt breaking? And we ain't gonna be doing none of that in the kingdom. Okay, none of that butt breaking, bringing the most masculine man out and making him bow down and get the righteous way to rule over these wicked devils. Okay, and that's going to be a oppressive manner. Okay, as the definition said. And let me get this real quick. This within the rights and freedoms of individuals. Okay, they're going to have to be governed by our laws. Okay, and then we don't give a fuck. It's just gonna be what it is. It's gonna be oppressive manner. Okay, cruel, burdensome, or excessively harsh. It's gonna be very excessive. Swords. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be no cakewalk. And this is why we tell, these Israelites that debate fuck.
The management.
Where it's painful, where it's slavery, etc., like that. Like what
gonna
your
get
Edomites.
messages.
It's gonna, hey, don't let Capt Desire fool you. It's gonna be pain of the of if you're not of Yasharallah, okay, through the
The
bloodline.
proverb says, when the righteous are in authority, the
Now the Edomites will have it worse because they will be, in that time, and then Edomites, after that 1,000-year time they had, they will be destroyed completely. Okay.
people rejoice. When the wicked about a
It's email. Sell your
tyrannical type of
God, the
rule,
management.
where it's painful, where it's slavery, etc., like that. Like
Are you
what
gonna
your
get
Edomites
messages from
do.
your agents
And
about
then
this?
there's a righteous way to rule, where it's not tyrannical.
All right. Just don't mind him real quick. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Okay. Cross study on that. Okay. Which I'm gonna read those. I'm gonna read all those, but I want to get the commentary real quick. Shalom, forgive me. Bleach your plowshares. What does Joel 3:10 mean? Bleach your plowshares into swords. Bleach your plowshares into swords overturns the piece of imagery of Isaiah, and Micah, where weapon. Let Jehoshaphat for judgment. Okay, so you got that right. Beat your plowshares into swords. Okay, okay. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Okay, slug. Okay, no, that's the slacking. I actually got that wrong. That wasn't the one I was looking for. All right, these nations, getting ready for war. Okay, and let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Nope, that wasn't it. Slacking. Let me see something real quick.
Was slavery. When Israelites rule, it won't be like that. That's the difference because Jewish people had a hand in slavery too.
So did
Oh
black
my.
people.
Where it's not slavery. So y'all ruling was slavery. When Israelites rule, it won't be
But he said, "Wait,
because Jewish people had a hand in when it's not slavery. So y'all ruling was slavery. When Israelites rule, it won't be like that. That's the difference because
yeah, it will be definitely slavery. It will pays you back for what you have done to us. Happy is the one who takes your babies and smashes them against the rocks." Okay, uh, these things will happen. The Edomites will be out there in the fields working hard labor. The slavery will be there. Like non-Israelite strangers literally standing alongside God's covenant people. You see, you know the echo is beautiful. Let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 14:1 NLT version. He's saving from you wicked ass tyrannical people, right? Why wouldn't we want return the favor? Okay, say he that leadeth in captivity shall be killed shall go in captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall wicked man away that you did, but ours is gonna be righteous. Okay, like I said, won't be no butt breaking, man, but we will beat the shit out of you men. Okay, that we're gonna have to get in line with us, but we're gonna beat your ass. He will choose Israel as his special people once again. He will bring them back to settle once again in their own land, and people from many different nations will come and join them there and unite. Oh, hold on. Maybe one of them translation things. And the strategy shall be drawn. Oh, real quick. Salaki, hold on. Where the house of Jacob will possess their captives and servants and handmaids. Oh, the verse 2. Okay, Salakia. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. Right. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. We are in captivity right now. Okay. The overturn is when we would take them into captivity. And they shall ruling over them in a oppressive manner. Okay. Triumph, exaltation. Okay. So going back to commentary for Isaiah 61, verse 5. Okay. So yeah, Khan, this was on point right here. The posture talking about. See, this is why we have to go in these little areas and fix these little nooks and crannies. It says the posture of standing suggests readiness to serve. The house of Jacob will possess their captors as servants and handmaids, right? They're going to be doing us a service. They're going to be doing us a hardcore slavery bondage sort. 8:23 speaks of 10 men marrying men from every nation, seizing the feed your flocks. Practical tending sheep, demanding daily responsibility, right? Returning while the wealth of nations streams and release. 34:11 shows the Lord Himself shepherding His people. He delegates ordinary chores to outsiders. Like, let me see something. Yeah, but that's a good chapter to do a lesson on right there. Okay. Working the very soil of promised land. Link, so let's see what they think about it. Hold on. King James Bible. Said the Lord Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia, of the Sabians, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. Right, slavery. And they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely power is in thee, and there is none else. There is no power. No. Isaiah 60 verse. Okay, so when you have somebody in power, that person in power gets all the, gets all that glory. In his beginning time, he got all the glory. Okay, people talk about Alexander the Greek. Okay, little and their war and all their war stories and their you. Your sons will come from afar, and your daughters will be carried on the arm of the slaves. Then you will look and be radiant, and your heart will tremble, and both of the nations will come to you. All right, turning over of possessions, man. Okay, so we will rule. The Lord Tazaria talking about there will be slavery in the kingdom. You will be held against your will. To you nations out there that are not that you are none of the descendants of Israel. If he's not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, you will be in slavery. Okay, and it will. Lord, when this lesson was edifying, let me hear what he said.
The hand in slavery too.
So did
Oh
black people.
my God.
Africans did.
Africans did.
Yeah, slavery. So y'all ruling was slavery. When Israelites rule, it won't be like that.
No, it's not
That's
true.
the
It's,
difference.
it's, it's
Because
that's definitely not true. It will be slavery. Okay, it will be slavery. All right.
Jewish people had a hand in
Okay.
slavery too.
So hey, when you get on these debates and you get all loosened up, food all around it, you know what I'm saying? It ain't serious. You start to loosen up, and those corners. Okay, you're getting loose on your jab. All right. So hey, Lord, when this lesson was edifying to so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians who consist of the 12 tribes of Israel, all right. Call on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.